All right, welcome everybody to I was about to say Foundations draft. No, to a Pioneer Masters draft. Actually, the first one I posted here to YouTube. Sorry for being a bit neglectful of this format. Let's jump into this pack. We've got a really good rare, Jace Vryn's Prodigy. One of my favorite cards, actually, of all time. So this Jace is a looter that flips into a pretty good Planeswalker that keeps itself alive, flashes back cards. Gonna highlight that one. I've been liking the loot control decks. Not exactly the most powerful decks, best decks, but I've been liking them. The other cards in this pack, Liliana Vess, target player discards a card. You get to not quite Demonic Tutor, but put it on top, Vampiric Tutor, and then Rise of the Dark Realms is her ultimate. That's where that card comes from, actually. We're gonna take Jace. Other good cards in the pack that I didn't get to call out. We've got Obnix's Cruelty, Dreadbore in that pack. Those are cards I first pick fairly often. Now we get to this pack, and I think it's just gonna be a clear Gatebreaker Ram. Honestly, the Gates deck is really strong. I'm a big fan of that. People have finally caught on. I had a few days there where I was just exclusively drafting Gates. I don't think I can get away with that necessarily, but it's still open once in a while. Gonna take that over Chasm Skulker, which I think is the next best card here. The 3-mana 1/1 that whenever you draw a card, put a counter on it, and when this dies, you can make a bunch of squid. It's a solid card. Probably reads a bit better than it actually is. Just one of those situations where you play your 3-mana 1/1 and you're getting beat down, or the opponent has, God forbid, a Wild Slash, the Shock. You can kind of get gotten there. So yeah, if this Ram wasn't in the pack, I would probably take this Chasm Skulker, but I like Ram. And the nice thing, too, is that it's not like it fights against Jace, because I think if I'm in the Gates deck, usually, for me anyways, my most common base is a blue-green base. Anyways, let's move to this pack. Okay, so we've got Scatter the Winds, Counterspell with 6-mana Awaken 3, which is still bugged, by the way, unfortunately. If you haven't seen the bug with Awaken, basically it just tries, the auto tapper tries its hardest to tap the land that you want to wake up, basically. So just be very careful with that. There's also Gust of Wind in this pack, really good card. I'm a big fan of Gust of Wind. I think probably actually just a little bit better than Scatter. If we're a blue control deck, I think Scatter is slightly better than Gust, but in a Gates deck where we're tapping out a little more often, or just a non-counterspell heavy deck, I think Gust of Wind is just the slightly more generically powerful card. Okay, so we get to this pack here, and I think there's only really one card that I would consider taking, and that's Gnarlback Rhino. 4-mana 4/4 trample. Whenever you cast a spell that targets this creature, draw a card. I've been playing this card a lot in red-green, kind of like a red-green combat trick kind of deck. But it's just a pretty solid green card. Plays all fight spells, of course. And yeah, there's just nothing I'm too interested in here. I mean, there's the Gate. Certainly an option with Gatebreaker Ram. But I don't really like taking double off-color gates super early. If that was a land is a kill gate that touches blue or green, I'd more consider it. But sometimes the double off color ones, double off color of my two main colors, sometimes those don't even make the final version of my Gates decks. All right, so we get an Arclight Angel, and that's another pretty good sign that Gates is a reasonable thing to do. If this Arclight Angel wasn't here, would I take this Guildgate, or would I take Pilgrim's Eye? I've liked Pilgrim's Eye. Pilgrim's Eye has been a card I've been impressed with. Less good than District Guide, of course, but yeah, it's not that much worse, honestly. So I started kind of low in this card, but the more and more I play, the more I have just been putting, honestly, Pilgrim's Eye in most of my decks. I'm not really sad to play it anywhere, I guess. Even in my aggro decks, once in a while, a Pilgrim Eye sneaks in. Okay, here we've got Evolving Wilds, we've got Balagad Recovery, we've got Opal Lake Gatekeepers, and these are all kind of fine cards for a Gates deck. I think the best of the bunch, probably Gatekeepers. Evolving Wilds is, kind of funny. Gates is a multicolor deck, but not a huge priority because you do need to prioritize the actual Gates. And you only have so many spots for tap lands, right? So I don't mind playing Evolving Wilds, if it makes its way to me, but I don't tend to take it very highly. All right, so yeah, I got a Guild Gates, got another aforementioned Pilgrim's Eye. I do think I should start actually taking Guild Gates if, if our plan of Gates and Gate payoffs is to work. Although, I'm going to be on the lookout for it just not working out. It might be the case that multiple other people are doing it. There's no Gate in this pack. So while I would like to do this, I'm still keeping this, this blue deck in mind too. Or maybe just some green deck. Anyways, we've got Brood Monitor, kind of an okay 6-drop, Savage Punch, which plays well with the Rhino, so I think I'm going to take that. Leaf Crown Dryad, 2 I'm fine with, and I never too sad to play a Leaf Crown Dryad, usually a 23rd card, but usually fine. This pack is another clear gate, I would say. I do like Philology Archaeologist a lot in my blue controlling decks. But, you know, seeing a gate wheel out of a fairly strong pack, mind you, there was a lot of good cards in this pack. It's not like, oh my gosh, nobody's possibly doing this, you know, this gate thing. There was a ton of good cards in that pack. So still just kind of feeling things out. I would say I'm more likely than not to be in the Gates deck and just take the highly pack 2 and pack 3, especially just kind of how the wheel of this pack has gone. I'm going to take Savage Punch here, but Darksteel Ingot is a card I've played once in a while in my Gates deck. Usually if I've got a lot of card draw, okay, well, Civic Guild Gate Wheeling is great. Usually if I've got a lot of card draw, generally just because, you know, you do want card draw when you've got Mana Rocks, because you draw too many Mana Rocks, and it's basically like you're flooding, you're drawing too many lands. So yeah, just a natural pairing, Mana Rocks and card draw. All right, then we get Solemnity Vision. I might play that. Some white cards kind of creeping through here. And yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. So, I mean, we've got two good payoffs. One of the best ones, Ram. The other two awesome ones being the Colossus and the Gates Ablaze. I think Angel's a good one, but not quite in the tier of those ones. We've got 3 gates, which, you know, is always nice to come out of pack 1 with 3 gates, and 3 pretty good gates too. Like ones that touch blue and green, especially the Rule Guild gate is nice to have because, you know, the aforementioned Gates Ablaze. Oh, look at that. That'll get a recovery wheel too. Awesome. Got 2 payoffs, and yeah, a collection of other pretty good spells. All right. This pack has a Kiora's Follower and an Urban Evolution. Just all of our gold cards here. I like Kiora's Follower. I've been a fan of this. One of the things for sure for the Gates decks is you really want 2 drops. I guess more specifically, you really want like enough 2 drops, which, you know, is about 6 or 7. Your late game is so good in these decks. And, you know, your good late game, your good payoffs, your ways to win the game tend to be priorities. So since you're so likely to win the game as it goes on, you just want to make sure you have something on 2 so that the aggro deck doesn't run you over. Or, you know, if you're facing a deck similar to this, you can go toe-to-toe with them every single turn. Now, in these Gates matchups, it tends to be the one who misses a beat or takes a turn off. Those tend to be the ones that, you know, end up losing those matches. All right, we have an Urban Evolution here. This is a card that I skimmed over. I didn't get to talking about in the last pack. And I like it just fine. You know, it's if you want a big card draw spell, if you're a little bit light on card draw in your decks, you know, it's totally fine to play this. I'm not going to take it over the Guild Gate. Just locking in a on-color Guild Gate is nice. Yeah, I kind of just see Urban Evolution as solid, but not amazing top-end card. And you can kind of get a lot of those. Those are not hard to come by. All right, this pack has a Boon Satyr. I like Boon Satyr a lot. Just in any deck, you know, aggressive, not aggressive, it doesn't really matter. I think it's just a pretty powerful card. That versus another Gatekeeper. I think especially with how green we are. You know, I feel a bit more comfortable about the green. And with the 2 Savage Punches too, that's a big deal. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for Boon Satyr. If I was like more blue heavy than green heavy, I would probably think differently here. That double pip's like, you know, really being a big deal in my mind. I think you really do want to be concerned about your double pips, especially on cards that cost like 2 and 3 mana. When, you know, you're not going to necessarily have that early in the game. But yeah, we're good on that. And we go to this pack, which I think I'm just going to take another gate here. Our first black touching gate. We don't have any black cards right now, but that's kind of okay. There's Colony Ambush in that pack, the fight spell MDFC, which, you know, is kind of one that I'll take or leave. All right, what are we doing in this pack? We've got our Rhino, we've got our Devolving Wilds, we've got a Cruel Revival, kind of, you know, overcosted removal spell for our deck. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the Rhino. Like, if this was a gate, I would probably take the gate, but Rhino looks pretty good, especially after picking up that Boon Satyr. Okay, so another Angel. We've got a Mystic. Mystic's pretty interesting. I do like Mystic a lot. Currently, we don't have too many spells, but we do have some MDFCs, which makes Mystic a little bit better. Just being able to shove more instants and sorceries in your deck when some of them are on lands. Yeah, it's an interesting pick. I think I'm gonna go with the Angel. It's just more flexible. Like it doesn't restrict what I can take in future picks, because I think if I took the Mystic, I'm a little bit lower on spells than I would like to be. So I would kind of feel a little bit forced to take maybe a card I didn't want to, just to be like, all right, well, I got to make this Mystic good. And I think Angel is close enough to Mystic. All right, take another Guildgate here. Rest of this pack kind of sucks. All right, now we got another one. We got a Pilgrim's Eye. We've got a Dimir Guildgate, Gust of Wind, Savage Punch. Actually, a pretty nice pack for us. So I don't think I'm going to take Punch, and I don't think I'm going to take Dimir Guildgate. Am I going to take either Angel or Pilgrim's Eye? Because at this point, like, you know, I don't mind playing a few 6 or 7 drops, but if I'm doing that, I do have to support that with, you know, ways to get lands, ways to make sure I'm hitting 6 mana consistently. I do think I take it there, and then, you know, any Pilgrim's Eyes or, you know, you're going to really put a high priority in District Guide, I'll be happy to take those then. But you know, one of the risks actually about with your Gates deck sometimes is just not having enough top end and, you know, having enough early game to survive, but, you know, sometimes you face a Gate deck that's going over the top of you. They have more good top end, so it's a really fine balance, right? Like, I think now, if we saw any other top end card that wasn't like Gate Colossus, I would just defer to the cheap thing at this point. You know, maybe there's a rare in there that I'm not thinking about. But yeah, just something to keep an eye on, keep a watch for. Your balance of cheap stuff and expensive stuff, and probably play a few more expensive things than you're used to if you're not used to drafting these kind of decks. Okay, we have a Briefcase. I really, really like Briefcase, and this deck is okay at activating it. You know, we've got gates of all colors, so we'll eventually get to 5 different colors of mana. The other option is just taking Selesnya Guildgate, and it would be good. Selesnya Guildgate's pretty good here with all these angels. Closer than I initially thought. Oh, wait, there's also, sorry, I didn't even notice this. There's also an Anchor to the Ether. I'm just going to take that. Anchor is really, really strong. One of the best removal spells in the format. And yeah, hopefully one of these comes back. That'd be great. I don't think I care too much which one it would be. Okay, Clear Shot. Awesome. In every way. Just like everything we want. It's a spell for Jace. It is great with the Rhinos. We want a little more removal. Yeah, that's a fantastic pickup. Really happy about that. And we've got a pack now with the Pilgrim's Eye. So yeah, here's where I definitely just lock in the Pilgrim's Eye. And gate count right now, we're okay. We've got 6 gates. I guess I should start taking a few more gates because I want to get to like 8 is usually my target. We'll take this one here for sure. I've got another Gruul Guildgate or a Pilgrim's Eye. All right, so... Oh, there's also a Secure the Wastes. All right. So, Secure the Wastes or the Pilgrim's Eye. I did say the next time I see a top end card versus a cheap thing, I'm going to take the cheap thing. And I think that I will stay true to my word. Also, Secure the Wastes is good, but not, you know, it's not like a super mega bomb that when you cast it, you win every time. So I don't feel too bad about passing that level of top end card. Guildgate great here. That's really appreciated. Sorry, I think my gate count, when I did my gate count, there was a Dimir Guildgate hiding with the Evolving Wild. So I might have undershot on gates. And now we're pretty good on gates. So this pick, there's a Golgari Guildgate. There's also a Gnarlback Rhino. I do need spells too, by the way. Actually, I'm a little bit short on spells. I've got 19, and 2 of those are my MDFCs. So I do think this pick I should take Rhino. And I do think it's better than Mistcutter Hydra. I have not been super impressed with that card. Playable. Definitely playable, but yeah, nothing too special. All right, so Essence Scatter is a good pickup here over a Guildgate, I think. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, again, 8 Guildgates now, so I do just want a good spell, especially a cheap spell, especially a good playable, especially a 2-drop. All right, and then Selesnya Guildgate here is, I think, the last gate I'm going to take, and hope to just see a few decent spells on the wheel. This pack, not really decent spells on the wheel. I mean, Swift Reckoning is playable. I could take that. I don't think I'm taking Izzet Guildgate. So, yeah, let's just take a playable. Yeah, actually, this card's pretty likely to make the deck. Hydra, okay. Treasure Cruise. Do I want Treasure Cruise here? Yeah, I did end up a little bit short on card draw. So, I think I do. And there's another Guildgate, so sure, we'll accept it. Thank you so much. Only 3 colors of cards here. We actually don't have any black or red cards. I think somebody else was in the Gates deck for what it's... All right, yeah, some stuff. I guess this is another threat if I want it, but I don't think I need it. Okay, and that brings us to, I think, 23 spells exactly. That includes, again, Sullen Division and the other one, what's it called? The Valley Gut Recovery. So I don't think I want to bring any of these spells in, so I just say fine, counting these as spells of my 23 spells. Yeah, we did actually end up a little bit action light, or like top end light. I think I would have liked one more, not necessarily expensive card, but some sort of haymaker, good rare or something. Also, it's just like a pretty mana source dense deck, which isn't a bad thing, right? But I think we're gonna have a lot of draws that are kind of a bit airy, right? Just like drawing not a lot of action, a bunch of Pilgrim's Eyes, and we're playing 23 spells plus the 2 MDFCs, so these are kind of iffy spells or not super efficient ones. So we'll see how it goes. All right, we're facing Ham TV. Kyle Rose. First match. I think actually, I didn't check this out, but I do think Kyle was in our draft. Didn't see where he was sitting exactly. And he's playing red, somewhat predictably. Kyle is known to draft a good red deck. Pretty good hand. It'll be unfortunate if they kill this Kiora's follower this turn, because then our next turn is like Guildgate, Hold Up, Scatter. Okay, they didn't do that. Yeah, let's go Guildgate, untap Guildgate, play a 4/4. They played Humble Defector, by the way. Mostly a 2/1. But if you can sacrifice it... Oh! Okay. So if you can sacrifice it on the stack, you get to... Oh, all right. I'll take it. Sorry, Ham. I guess he was not equipped to deal with the 4/4. Yikes. All right. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch. I'm curious to see what he actually... what his hand looked like. Alrighty, match 2 here with a really good hand. I like this a lot. I guess one unfortunate thing about this hand is I can't play my tapped Evolving Wilds in turn 1, because I would want this to go get the white source. And then, Kiora's follower can't be cast on 2, so we'll just chill on that. I did draw a tap land in the process, though, which is nice. Get to use my turn 1 equity, play my tap land. Okay, they played Undead Butler. A card I've actually been pretty impressed with, by the way. I kind of started out not drafting this card all that highly, and now I just see it as a pretty solid common for the black decks. Fills the grave, gets something back, good to sacrifice. Kind of just has a few pretty good things. Okay, they play Baleful Eidolon, 1/1 Death Touch. All right, so we're going to just play our Rhino here, and hopefully go off with it next turn. If we're lucky, if we're very lucky, we draw untapped land. We can go Clear Shot plus Savage Punch. But if not, Savage Punching this Eidolon and attacking would suffice. All right. They ruin his path. Unfortunate, but the game goes on. We can always get it back with Balagard Recovery if we want. And do we want to? That's actually interesting. I think maybe. We're not very action heavy in this hand. I think it's probably just fine to do that. Yeah, let's just go for it. And then play my Guildgate. Get in for 2. I'm going to play an Intuko Husk. All right. So they can sack this Butler at will to get something back if they'd like. Okay, so we draw Swift Reckoning, which I could use to take out this Eidolon. The thing about that's kind of enticing is that if I don't use Swift Reckoning to kill Eidolon, I'm basically saying Clear Shot's going to kill Eidolon because, all my other removal is fighting. So I think I do that, and then just play the Pilgrim's Eye here. I could also play the Rhino, and maybe do that next turn, but, the Eidolon might not become tapped at any point in the future. So, it's kind of close. And you know what? I'm actually leaning towards the just kill this Eidolon now line, because, number 1, they don't get to sack on their turn, attack for me for more with this Husk. But number 2, I might be able to set up next turn a spot where I... go Rhino and Punch in the same turn to guarantee a card. That would be nice. Okay, so I's going to go get my second island, I think. Play the Evolving Wilds, pass turn. Yep, they are still attacking. Makes sense. They're on 2 swamps and a Palaka Cavern. So if they have a secondary color, which I assume, we know they do. They have an island. They have not found one yet. All right, let's go get our, I think just still a green. We don't have many white spells in the deck. We're very rarely going to be double spelling with white because our white spells are all 6 drops. Well, now they are anyways, after we've used our Reckoning. Okay, another Rhino. That's pretty nice too. So we have 6 mana. Sorry, no, 7 mana. And that's a pretty good place to be. Let's just go get him with I. Play Rhino. Hold up clear shots. Telegraphing this a little bit because I didn't attack with the Kiora's follower, of course. Okay, so this is an interesting spot. Do I go for the clear shot or do I just say, pass the turn, attack, and we'll see what happens? They're leaving mana up, which could just mean they can't cast anything, or could mean, they know I have Rhino and they maybe want to blow out a punch spell or a fight spell. I think I'm probably just going to, honestly, just attack. Like, attack, and if they want to block sack to, trade both these things for Rhino, they get back their Eidolon. That's totally fine with me. So yeah, aim with these 2. Yep, looks like they might do that. Ooh, look at this. Patience rewarded. Patience rewarded. Nice. They went for the trick proactively on blocks, and we had a nice 2 for 1. 3 for 1, if you want to count the card draw here. All right. Yeah, so I guess what's probably going to happen is they get back to Tuco Husk with this thing now. Maybe not. Maybe they get the Death Toucher. That's actually probably more likely. All right, and then we play Rhino. And I think also probably what's going to happen next turn is I just go punch this with my Pilgrim's Eye. Get in for 10. Okay, yeah. Well, unfortunately, they seem to have not hit their lands. So 2 back-to-back games that, the opponent stumbled a little bit. Let's even get a good 3rd one in here. Alrighty, yeah, this is a pretty solid hand. We can't keep up Scatter. It's solid except all my cards are tap lands. All my lands are tap lands. Which, may or may not matter. We'll see. So, yeah, let's play the Guild Gates. Luckily, we're on the play at least, so we're not, double behind. All right, their cards are all tap lands too, so we're on even footing here. Yep. Tap land city, baby. All right, well, having the option of Boon Satyr or Scatter is really nice here. If we're just both, passing, being able to operate instant speed is nice. Yeah, and that's good enough to scatter. I'm fine scattering that, and us being the first ones on board here. Would be great if this could survive, if we just Boon Satyr it up and start bashing. I doubt it will, but we'll see. Yeah, they just ultimate price it. Fair enough. All right, draw another Guild Gate. Pass the turn. Keep the Satyr. All right, they play a Gatekeeper. A little unfortunate because, bricks or trades with the Boon Satyr. I don't really want to bounce this thing. Am I going to Salundi Vision here? Salundi Vision has a pretty mediocre hit rate. It's not terrible in this deck. We've got 6 or 7 spells. The question is, would I actually want to cast one of these spells? Balagard Recovery, yeah. Anchor, no. Swift Reckoning, kind of whatever. Treasure Cruise would be good. Okay, let's go for it. This Boon Satyr's not doing too much right now, so I do think that, nice. It's going to be best used to maybe enchant a Rhino. All right, so we drew our Rhino. Should we just run it out and hope for the best? Should we cast our Treasure Cruise? Both valid options, I think. Why don't we go for the Cruise, just to give us some more options next turn. So we've got 4 cards. We don't have too much that cares about the graveyard. Balagard Recovery, I guess, is one, but that's on the bottom of the deck now. Jace is another. Yeah, I think I'm going to Cast this and leave nothing in the graveyard? Yeah, I think just nothing in the graveyard, because we do have a good number of 2-drops I can play this turn. And it's not the end of the world if, you know, our Balagate Recovery can't immediately get something. It's going to have a target eventually. All right, another Rhino, draw our Swift Reckoning. It's all fine. Drag Mangler. Okay, hasty 3/3. And another hasty 3/3. All right. That's took an aggressive turn. So now we can go double Rhino. Yeah, double Rhino looks really good. If they have double removal spell, you know, so be it. But if they don't, we're in a pretty good spot. Because next turn we get to untap with a bunch of removal, with the Boon Satyr up to save the Rhinos. Or to enchant them, I should say. Then Rove of Horror. Alright, not terrible. Not killing both of our cards, but Rove of Horror is a real monster. A horror, in fact. Alright, they're just bashing in here for some damage, so... yeah, let's kill this Drag Mangler. I mean, I guess they could have supernatural stamina or something. Yeah, looks like they maybe do. Or shock. Let's see. Wild Slash? Yeah, Wild Slash. Alright, alright. So let's go Rhino. And we'll see what they do here. If they put the counters on here or wherever, I'll just Swift Reckoning it. Have the option to Flash and Boon Slater as a blocker. Ooh, okay. I'm going to take a... it's not even that risky. Like, I was going to say slightly risky line, but high upside line. This is what I'll say. Because I draw a card no matter what. Like, if they use their removal spell, no big deal. Okay, they have some response, it seems. Scattered to the Winds, counterspell. Alright, we trade. I draw a card. They make a 3/3. Not the end of the world, but annoying. Oh, Balagate Recovery. Okay, so we're still under some pressure. And unfortunately, this Drag Mangler puts us under even more pressure. So I think what I should do here... this is unfortunately non-land, so I can't bounce this land. I think what I should do here is cast one of these spells so that Swift Reckoning can be cast as an instant. And actually, best thing to do probably is go Balagate Recovery, get back Rhino, play Rhino, hold up Swift Reckoning. Yeah, okay. Like, if their turn is Drag Mangler, put some counter somewhere, attack all, and we get to eat something and kill something with Reckoning, yeah, that looks like what's going to happen here. They might not attack with everything, but... oh, they do. All right, yeah, this is good. This is good. All right, this might be our comeback here. Been on the ropes for a little while. Worth noting, they can still just Drag Mangler this and attack past my Rhino. But I don't care because I just drew my Angel. All right, this is good. We are mounting a comeback. So now we get in with the Rhino. If they Drag Mangler here, we'll just, you know, bounce the Gatekeepers or anchor it or something. I could just block there. It's like free-ish for them to attack. Like, there's obviously a chance I'm walking into something here. But I kind of don't mind if they spend their mana, I think. Like, if they spend their mana and cards here, that's not that big of a deal. Gatekeeper. All right. Slight annoyance. And Harvester. All right, yeah, that's pretty good too. Another Guildgate. Okay, so we're going to be gusting something, anchoring something. I could gust my own Rhino, because none of these are great to bounce, honestly. Yeah, let's gust my own Rhino just to draw 2. Oh, sorry, it's opponent's things only, so can't do that. What to do? All right, I guess let's just gust this Gatekeeper and then not block for a little while. Drag Plains. Get in. And then we're probably going to have to anchor whatever they put the counters on from here. Oh, right. They can just do this too. Yeah, okay. This is fine. Yeah, if they're using their Harvester and their trigger here, I'm not too pressed. Another Angel would be nice. Most of our deck is spells. Gatebreaker Ram, also very good. Looks like they're maybe buying something back from the graveyard. They're looking in the grave at something. Treasure Cruise. Yeah, that's backbreaking. Like I've been saying, like, okay, that's fine. You know, not the big deal. Not a big deal here. That is a really big deal. I don't think we come back from that, honestly, unless the opponent just completely bricked on spells they drew. And we drew nothing too much here. Just a clear shot that we can't cast. So, yeah, I think this game is now going south for us. All right, and then just a land. They also seem to maybe just have all reactive stuff because, yeah, and it's more card draw. They didn't reveal too much here. Gatekeeper and a bunch of lands? Okay. I mean, I give them the pile without the Gatekeeper in it, so... Yeah, you get these. I guess if they don't have removal, which I think is unlikely, because they just, you know, they pass the turn without anything, without doing anything, so I think their hand is reactive. And we draw a Ram. That could amount in a win. I doubt it, but... And Pelucranos? Alright, we'll pack it in from here. Alrighty, yeah, I think this is keepable. We have a green source. Obviously, we'd like the second, but we got Scatter. Anytime I have Fight Spell plus Rhino, it's a pretty big incentive to keeping. Alright, nothing. And we just continue playing our lands, keeping up Scatter. What's this? Selesnya Charm. Alright. And then Ardenvale Tactician. Yeah, we will counter that one just to keep pace with them. Green Source? Green Source. Tap Green Source, but I'll take it. Goblin Heel Cutter. Just casting it straight up. Alright, well, a slight problem. But hopefully they don't have anything to kill a 4/4. Yep, get in. Put me to 11. Oh, no, put me to 9. Alright. Okay, they just have like a flurry of pump spells that they're going to unload here. Next turn, maybe? Oh, they want to draw a card with their Furious Rise. I see. And they drew a good one. They drew Pia and Kira Nalar. Okay. So, what do we do now? I guess we just clear shot this thing. Kind of have to. And we draw a Rhino. And, oof, man. Bit of an issue. Like, we're gonna have to trade here. They're gonna play Pia and Kieran. And, yeah, then we're just in some trouble. Like, we need to find an Angel, I guess. Arcway Angel's probably our best answer. Yeah, we're going to be blocking. Oh, they have a 1-mana trick here? So they can, like, do that and play Pia and Kieran? Pia and Kieran? Alright. Looks like they thought about it and then went, oh no, I can't. I can't play Pia if I do that. So I think a trick is still fairly likely. Pilgrim's Eye. Okay, Pilgrim's Eye is reasonable here. Let's go get a forest, play another Rhino, pass the turn. All right, compulsory rest. Hate to see it. And if we take this damage, we go to 5, and then they can throw these stoppers at us to kill us next turn. So we should be blocking. And again, I think pretty sure they have a trick. They're Selesnya charming the Pia and Kieran. Interesting. Okay, just draw another card. If we draw a good spell, yeah, I was going to say, if we draw a good spell here, I actually think we are not in that bad of a spot. So, let's go Swift Reckoning on the 1/1? Yeah, I think we have to do that. Swift Reckoning on the 1/1, and then, man, if we had enough time, it'd be nice to Boon Satyr the Rhino, draw a card, sack the Rhino so that the Satyr could block. I mean, I guess I could do that. Yeah, I mean, there's the option to do that. I don't hate it. Is that better than just Swift Reckoning? Yeah, I guess it's better than Swift Reckoning. All right. We're going to do the kind of weird play here. Pilgrim's Eye. Oh no. This is bad. Because, oh no, it's bad-ish. They can't kill me right now. They don't have the mana. I was going to say, this is bad. I should have sacked in response, but no, that's not the case. So what they might do, after I do my little Boon Satyr thing, is they might just sack the Pilgrim's Eye they just cast to kill the Boon Satyr so P and Kieran don't die. Oh, there's the Angel. Nice. Okay. Okay. We're hanging on. We're hanging on. All right, so sack this, gain 2 life from the compulsory rest. Angel's gonna gain us what? 8 life? That's pretty good. Yep, they do exactly that. They put me to 1. Oh, sorry, to 3. And now we're gonna be angeling and just killing this P and Kieran. And now we gotta draw some action, right? Like, it's not over. We do have to actually close out this game before this Furious Rise does anything. Draw, a big creature could be a problem. Let me get in. They seem to have not drawn anything. Oh! I was gonna say, they seem to have not drawn anything. Okay, they have a Swift Reckoning. That's fine. Thin the deck a little bit. Lots of action in there. We'll double thin the deck here, not draw another basic. I think we have, like, what, 3 left or something? Yeah, not too many. McKinley Slide Runner. Okay. I will block. And draw a card for a turn. Hope it's a good one. That's our last basic. Kior's Follower is passable. That is a spell that is relevant here. We can block. And they choose not to attack. Rimrock Knight. Okay, to draw a card from the Rise. Sure. And draw land. And we draw a land as well. Okay, so yeah, we've been lucky for them not to hit most of these turns, but we've also not hit, unfortunately. And they hit there. Thopter Engineer is a good one. They're going to attack us for 5 here. We trade with the Slide Runner. Come on, another Angel. Rhino. Okay, Rhino's okay. They're pecking in at us with the 1/1, but Rhino's okay. All right, they're drawing a lot of lands. We're also drawing a lot of lands. Let's see, they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably just like, yeah, 11 lands. This looks like maybe a spell. Imposing Sovereign. Okay. Treasure Cruise, come on down. All right. Yes. Let's please, Treasure Cruise, save us. And yeah, just keep some stuff that we might want to flash back with Jace, I suppose. Fantastic draw. Punch, Arcway Angel. That might be like the best 3 spells in our deck right now. All right, play this Guildgate. Play Arcway Angel. Comes in tapped for what it's worth, but that's okay. This is going to punch. Oh, I guess I could have punched the Sovereign first. Yeah, this was a bit sloppy of me because the Sovereign's probably what I want to kill here. So yeah, I could have gained myself a life essentially. All right, punch there. And I think we're also gonna punch here. Yep, draw another card. Get it for 8. What a back and forth game this has been. All right, we top decked well. Let's see if they can top deck us back. Okay, that's a good sign. Let's play land, play our Gatekeeper. They seem not to have an instant, so that's good. Selene Vision, I'll take it. All right. Play our third angel. And pass the turn. My gosh. Oh my god. That was quite the game. We got a little lucky. We got a little lucky in a few spots. They drew lands forever. We drew our treasure cruise before they could draw anything. But, oh my gosh. What a game. All right, let's keep on keeping on. And, yeah, pretty good hand. Guess we can go fetch the white source here. In case we need to kill something on turn 2. Go get the plains. This turn, play a tapped Simic Guildgate. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter after I drew the island, but just having the option to cast Anchor next turn is something I would like to do. Okay, so here I can cast Boonsater. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Red-white opponent going tap land is sort of interesting. Needle Spires, pretty good card. The double striking 2/1. All right, so maybe they're just like a Mardu removal deck. If they've got no creatures here, it makes me a little bit less likely just to run out the Boonsater. Getting punished for that, actually, because we drew the Gatekeepers. Now I can't cast that and draw a card this turn. But I'm happy just to chill out here, take some time. Casting Boonsater into open mana there, letting them use their mana does not seem great. Ooh, nice. Okay, so let's go Gatekeeper. And draw a card. Gust of Wind, not a bad one. So yeah, it looks like they're probably like red-black base splashing white, or black-white base splashing red. Red-black looks more likely because they have Mountain in their deck. That could just be straight 3 colors, though. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm assuming this is a reactive deck more than a proactive one. Yep, and them dreadblowing my Gatekeepers, I think confirms that. That says to me, I've got a million removal spells. I'm going to kill whatever you play. All right, draw a Clear Shot, which might be good for a future turn. I think I'm just going to Gust of Wind the Screecher, just to cycle through the deck. Again, I don't really want to just run out a creature. Let them use their removal, so they're mana nicely. So we'll just chill until we can find a creature that's a little more sticky, something that has a good enter the battlefield effect. You know, they're going to use it eventually, but might as well make their life a little bit awkward in the meantime. Ooh, are they going to... Nice. I was going to say, are they going to activate the Spires? This is great for us. This is really, really good. Oh, sorry. No, it's not, because I can't cast this. I was going to say, really, really good that I get to just cast Swift Reckoning. Not as good. I take it back. All right, we draw Jace, and could just play the Jace. That's a thing that they're going to want to kill. Yeah, let's do that maybe. The other thing I could do is, like, just pass the turn again, play Boonsater, and hold up Clear Shot for this land. I think that's a slightly better thing to do here. Chance they do go for that. Activate Needle Spire's line again. And if they don't, I'll just flash in the Boonsater, and it's fine. Whip of Erebos. Interesting. Okay, well, they don't have any creatures in their yard. So this ain't bringing anything back anytime soon. But if you haven't seen this, this gives all their creatures lifelink. And makes it so that they can reanimate a creature each turn for 4 mana. But that creature exiles at the end step. Okay, so what are we doing now? Are we Boonsatering and just starting to attack? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And also maybe just going to anchor this thing. Yeah, let's anchor the Screecher. Have them redraw that. I don't want that card. And let's attack. We can play Rhino. And if their hand is removal spells, like we're guessing it is, they maybe just take this turn killing these 2 things, and we can run out the Jace. Like, I'm putting them on their hand being removal spell, removal spell, removal spell at this point. I guess if it's 3 removal spells, Jace doesn't survive, but let's see what happens. Okay, Cruelty on the Rhino. Yep, makes sense. Okay, cool. Arcway Angel's a good one, so we'll play that one. Because then that kills, or that gets killed. Then again, we have the Jace more likely to survive. Okay, 2 cards in hand. Dreadbore is one of them. And activate this Needle Spires. Yep, sure. Okay. Okay, it's a pretty solid spot now. We get to play Jace. That hopefully goes unharmed. We're at 14. You know, not critically low or anything. And we can't play Follower and hold up Scatter as well. So I think we just play this Jace and hold the Scatter. And Swift Reckoning, for what it's worth. Being able to kill his Needle Spires is going to be nice. Okay, so Reckon the Spires. Supernatural Stamina. I think I care enough about that I will go for the secondary removal spell here. Okay, because now Jace can flip, and we can flash something back. Let's pitch this Kiora's Follower. Yeah, Jace flips. If I down tick, they can reanimate the Screecher. That's fine, though. So we're going to go... Maybe just down tick Anchor. Yeah, down tick Anchor looks good, because them redrawing Screecher is something I would love. And... yeah, don't want that. Oh, sorry, I missequenced here. I should have played this first. Because then it messed up my Surveil there. If I saw something good on top. Alright, Screecher. Big surprise. Ooh, and a Cruise. Yeah, alright, so plus Jace. And I'm going to keep some spells in the... Oh, not that one. I'm going to keep some spells in the yard to flash back with Jace, but we can exile creatures. And how much mana do I want to save? Unlikely I'm going to Gust, probably. So we'll just keep some of those other ones in there. Okay, some pretty good ones. Let's get in with the Satyr. And then play Ram. Play our Gate, 7/7 Ram. And your go, opponent. Alright, yeah. Yeah, a bit of a awkward draw from them, probably, especially against the Gates deck. Like, you don't want to be drawing all removal spells against the Gates deck because, you know, as you saw, I just outvalue them eventually. All right, this hand is, yeah, I think it's keepable. We can scatter on 3, which is awkward. But we've got our colors, good mix of spells and lands. If I'm facing a red deck, definitely could be an issue. Just, you know, not, you know, they play a 1-drop and we don't really have an answer for it for a while. Yeah, alright, well, looks like that might happen. Alright, draw a Gatekeeper, pass the turn. Okay, they don't immediately target. That's good. Alright, they don't do anything this turn. That's also good. So, means that they didn't get 2 threats down before we could do anything. Okay, drawing a Guild Gate's not too bad. Good spot to play it. Okay, red and black. They have what, like a Witch's Mark here? A Rimrock Knight, maybe? Oh, nothing still? Okay. Alright, well, I'm just happy to do nothing. So, yeah, we'll just chill. It's all totally fine. They could be removal flooded. I will scatter Swift Spear. I do not want that to resolve. It's not nice to trade down 2 mana for 1, unfortunately, but Swiss Spear's real good. Can't let that survive. Gates? Yeah, Gate was a good draw. Because now we can go Gatekeeper, draw a card. If we draw an untapped land, the Angel's going to come down. Opponents, not really doing much, thankfully. Like, they've played Crusader into Swift Spear, which I assume they just drew, because why didn't they play it before? Have missed some land, so they've got a lot of action in hand. Again, might be removal spells, but that's okay. The time that they've given us, you know, when we looked at, you know, when they played turn on Crusader, I thought, okay, game's over, but like I said, they've given us a lot of time. Heel Cutter, just dashing it too. Okay. That's okay, that's totally fine. Untapped land would be appreciated. Kior's Follower, Kior's Follower. Okay, so I think we just go Follower plus Savage Punch here. Just get this Crusader off the table. And I am going to attack, because if their turn is dash Heel Cutter, I don't mind that. Well, slash Follower. Yep, totally fine. And Rhino. All right, well, time to start casting some Rhinos. All right, they hit a land. Let's see what they have. Oval Chase Daredevil. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if they actually have artifacts in their deck to make this work. Like, usually this card is not particularly functional in this format. Let's see if they have anything to make it work. I guess they could have, you know, the Blood Tithe Harvesters to make artifacts. That's kind of a nice little synergy. Yep. But I don't mind if they start buying this back. I think we'll be flying over them before that matters. Cruel Revival. Okay. Well, Angel time. Yeah, we're seeing kind of the same thing as the last opponent, right? Just like, if you have too much removal as the proactive deck, just, you know, filling up the hand and when in the spot of where it could be threats, you kind of end up with draws like this. 6 cards in the yard, so next turn, probably gonna Treasure Cruise first. Although, depends on what we draw. Labyrinth Champ, okay. 2/2 when they target it, shock something. And follow the hammer. Okay, they get to kill the Angel with this champion. That's fine. Gust of Wind. That was a pretty good draw. Just resetting this is nice. So I could do that and then cruise. Is that better than just Arcway Angeling? Probably not. Let's just cast our Angel. Next turn we can Gust plus cruise and be in a good spot. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I think I'm just going to cruise right now. I'm exiling everything from my yard, which is bad for Jace reasons, but... And of course, I should have done this beforehand, because if I hit a gate, I can gain a little bit of extra life. Okay. Didn't draw anything too relevant, but that's all right. I'm at 29 life. I feel pretty good. All right, it's the hard cast Heel Cutter. And a punch. Okay, so let's bounce the champ. Try an island. And that's the Lundy Vision. I'm not likely to hit. I don't have too many more spells in my deck. Yeah, I'll bunch of lands to the bottom. Our Gatebreaker Ram too, which would have been nice, but it's okay. And I think I get it with both here. Yeah, they might have like supernatural stamina. Nope. Maybe a shock. Wild Slash. Draconic Roar. Yep. All right. McKindy Slide Runner. Champ. And that's probably going to lock it up. Because if they couldn't kill my Angel this turn, unlikely they can kill this next turn because they're not drawing any relevant spells. And that's why Anchor's so brutal, right? Like, you can just do that. You know, with the new template on those kind of cards, they say, you can put it on the bottom if you want. Anchor doesn't say that. You can just blank their next draw step. Okay. This hand is... so another hand that I would say if we're facing a red deck, we're going to have some trouble. But also probably on the end of keep. Like, I've got enough cheap cards in my deck where... a good chance I draw one, or two, or three if we're lucky. Have our colors, have a gate. They mulligan. Knew, of course, that was going to happen. Alright, they mull a 5 as well, unfortunately. And yeah, we are against a red deck. Alright, let's see. Drew another Angel. We'll be good at some point if we can cast it. And alright, just straight up deal you a bunch of damage. And it's going to be pretty effective here, too, because they get to cast that again. Drawing Follower was really nice, though. Yeah, they get to cast their Maneuver, make another 1/1. Attack past my Follower. Witch's Mark. Yeah, okay. Alright, so... hopefully they don't have anything to have these 1/1s attack past my Hero's Follower. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, if they do attack like this, I'm forced to block. It's not unlikely that they're just trying to push damage here. All right, another Crusader. So, we've got 5 mana. What do we do about that? I think I just bounce this Crusader. Try to hit... yeah, Gate's not bad. Yeah, lose a life from that, sure. Pass the turn. Swift Spear. All right, let's see if they have a spell here. If they have a targeting spell, we could be in a lot of trouble. If not, I think we're okay. And it looks like they might. Triplicate Spirits. Okay, that one's actually not so bad. That one I can tolerate. Or can I? That actually might be really bad now I think about it, because the Swift Spear still attacks us for 2. And we have to tap the Follower next turn to cast this Angel. And the Angel's actually only gaining us 2 life with 1 gate here. Okay, so we draw a Gatekeepers. Probably just better to play that. Yeah. If we do that and they attack with everything, we take 6. We go to 1. We then untap, play Angel. But they've lost 2 creatures in the process. All right. I think it's the best thing to do, but we could very easily just lose here. Yep, draw a card, another gate. Another gate's pretty good. That's an additional 2 life gained with the Angel. Yep, just go block here, block here. Oh, I got a spell. Secure the ways. All right. Does that kill us? No, but I guess I should have blocked the other way, right? It wouldn't have mattered because these 1/1s are going to kill us, but... the Swift Spear would have died. All right. Yeah, that was a really good Voltify from them. Their deck looks really good. All right, another somewhat sketchy hand. But Swift Reckoning, pulling a lot of weight here, just being able to kill something early. And probably going to be just playing this Ballad Guide Recovery. Playing, okay, Quicken. Blue-red. All right, they play Storm Chaser Mage. I can just nab that here. Ooh, Ram will be good in the future. It's unfortunate that if I don't have a gate, they can just kill it with Wild Slash. So I'm not going to not play it next turn, but if I draw a gate next turn, I might hold off. Witch's Mark. All right. Happy to see that instead of a real threat. Pitch a mountain. All right, we do draw the gate. So yeah, I'm going to take a turn off of from playing the Ram just to play that tap land there. Another Witch's Mark. Interesting. Sculpting their hand, it seems. And they pitch a land and don't draw into a land. And we draw a Dimir Guildgate, which is a pretty good draw. All right, let's see what you got. They could still go like cheap spell plus Boulder Salvo, I think it's called, the 5 mana deal 4, but if you've surged it, which is if you've cast something else, it only costs 2. So that could kill the Ram, but yeah, I'm not going to wait for another Gates to play around that card. It's not a card people play that much anyways. Fight with fire. All right, that's totally fair. All right, so draw a punch. Next turn we can play our Angel. Start cruising. Swift Spear. And tap land. All right, well, I hope they don't have Essence Scatter. That would be unfortunate. Kind of looks like, nope, they don't. Okay. There's some other blue instant that they didn't want to cast when they attack with Swift Spear. Interesting. What could that be? Sight Beyond Sight's a good one. Likes to get to look at the top 2 cards of their library, put one on their hand, and then they get to do it on their upkeep next turn. For free. Rebound. Okay, so this looks like Rimrock Knight, right? They probably cast it here anyways. Oh. Huh? Did they maybe think that I blocked? I think they might have thought that I blocked there. I went to block, but I unblocked. Sorry, opponent. All right, well, we take those. They might have been playing on mobile. I know it's kind of hard to see the blocks unblock on mobile. I didn't mean to grift you, opponent. That was not my intention. Murmuring Mystic. All right, hell of a card. Whenever they cast the instant or sorcery, they get a 1/1. Currently cannot kill that with my Savage Punch. Now we can, though. Okay, so yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can just do it all. So player Guildgate, get in with the Angels, see if they do anything. Okay, so I'll go Boonsater. Maybe it was better to do this pre-combat because we get an additional +2/+2 with the Savage Punch. But if they interrupt, no, here's my logic. I know I did this for a reason. If they somehow disrupt this, I could then they say, okay, I don't want to take 7 damage. I bounce it or whatever. I could have then fought with the Boonsater or fought with the Angel with the Boonsater on the battlefield. Mizium Skin. Okay, hexproof to their Mystic. Sure. Uh-oh. All right, well, they're going to be able to poop out a bunch of 1/1s here. Will they be able to kill us in the meantime, though? We'll see. Cruising's pretty big game here. We've got a lot of pretty action-y spells. Rhinos, not great in the face of these 1/5s, I guess. Have another Angel come in, too. And Cruise costs 5 if I'm to delve everything from my graveyard. Clutch of Currents, my Angel. Okay, that's fair. If they attack with the Swift Spear, I could block. Reason not to block. Okay, well, reason not to block now is because they're attacking with one of these Mystics, and I can draw Clear Shot and start attacking with this. But other thing is Savage Punch makes me not want to block. Okay, they're just going to go for a Slash anyways, because then I'd lose my 4-power creature. Anyways, we are fighting the good fight. We draw a Gust of Wind. Okay, so we can just cast that on one of the Mystics. Draw Kior's Follower, sure. I don't think I'm supposed to... Well, maybe I am. I was going to say, I don't think I'm supposed to get in with this Angel and trade for 3 1/1s. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to draw into something that can help me attack here. Because if I do that, then and they play Mystic and just cast in their spell, I'm in the same spot, and my second Angel then doesn't get in. So it's kind of that. I think that's how the game goes south. Okay, so Cruise for 3? I could leave a spell in the yard. I think leaving the Swift Reckoning in the yard seems fine for Jace in the future. Okay, Gatekeeper, Salundi Vision. Let's Gatekeeper. Draw a card. Yes, thank you. Okay, there's the clear shot. That's a nice one. Okay, they Salundi Vision. Yep. Cast a spell, find some spells. And they find the Salvo. Okay, that card that I mentioned. Yeah, so 1 angel down. Yeah, so how are we actually winning this game now? It's actually going to be really tough through this Mystic. It could be like Jace Ultimate / forcing them to turn these birds sideways at some point. Yeah, it's not clear. It's not clear. Oh, they're pushing for a few damage here. Okay. Yeah, I will block. I don't think there's a way they can kill my angel post-combat here. No? Okay. All right, let's vision ourselves. Try to find something. Anchor. Anchor's a good one. Okay, so we'll anchor the Mystic, have them redraw that, find our other angel, and yeah, this is actually a nice spot to start attacking because they could jump, totally. But if they go for the block, we get to clear shots and blow them out. Okay, sweet. So Angel is going to deal damage to, I guess, one of the birdies? Yeah. Sick. Okay, that actually was really, really good for us, because now if they don't have another spell here, the Angel can attack past these 3, and even if they do have another spell, my second Angel can hopefully chew through some more birds. Just a jump. Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's good. Cast the Angel. Gain 1 million more life. Also, what's their chances of decking versus us? We're both at 15, so it's kind of even. A lot of lands in the deck, by the way. We've got 15 lands, or 15 spells, and about half of them... Or sorry, 15 cards, and about half of them are lands, half of them are spells. They find Steam Augury. Okay. Well, I said how close are they to decking? It's about equal. After casting Augury and Archaeologist, a little bit less so. But they do have enough spells to block my Angel now. Or enough 1/1, sorry. Alright, so they make the piles. I choose the cards. I am not going to give them Boulder Salvo. I'll let them have anything else here. And yeah, I actually think now it's legitimately a real thing to just try to deck them there at 37 life. Am I going to attack with my Angels this turn? Depends what I draw. If I draw like a Savage Punch, obviously, yeah. But I think if I draw anything else, no. All right, you get the Raptor and Cyclops. Yeah, they've got 6 cards. Not convinced they can win in 6 combat steps here. Okay, we draw a gate. So, yeah, we just chill. Actually, you know what? No, it's fine. If I can trade my Angel for 3 birds here, that's actually probably okay. Just makes it less likely they can actually kill us. Yep. And of course, I get to untap my Angel on blocks with my Kyora's Follower. Let's see, they've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 lands. I'm just trying to see how many spells they might have left. About half these cards are spells, maybe a little bit more, or sorry, lands, a little bit more even. All right, yep. So I can imagine spots where they can kill us from here, but I think it's going to be tough. Again, at 37 life. All right, draw another land, get at the Cyclops, or sorry, with the Angel. Yep, I block. Pass turn. 9, 10, 11. Sorry, just doing another recount here. 12, 13, 14. Okay, so if they're playing 17 lands, and I'm counting the MDFCs too, if they're playing 17 lands, they should only have 2 non-creatures, or sorry, non-lands within these 5 cards. Raptor can now block the Angel, so no more pressure on them in the air. Oh? This is a spell? They're not just slamming it, so that's a good sign for me. Yeah, the thing is, they only have like 1 more attack. Okay, it's Boulder Salvo. They only have 1 more or 2 more attacks maybe with the with these Cyclopses, so it's going to be kind of tricky for them. Okay, I will kill a Cyclops, could kill a Swift Spear. Yeah, I think a little bit better to just kill a Cyclops here. They get to kill the Gatekeepers, but that's fine. Okay, we go to 26. Yeah, 26. All right, spell. Savage Punch. Kills a Swift Spear. Kills a 1/1. Yeah, let's just punch a 1/1. All right, pass the turn. So they're attacking me for what? If they don't draw a spell, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really 6, so they can block one of these 1-power creatures. 6 each turn. So yeah, they do need at least one more attack with these Cyclopses to kill me. Or sorry, they can't attack with Swift Spear this turn, so dealing me 5 this turn. We draw Jace. Okay. I like to see that. That's a good one. Jace can flashback Anchor, flashback Cruise, flashback Punch. Cruising not all that appealing, to be honest, because we got 3 Rhinos, which, you know, would be okay here. 3 Rhinos, a Scatter, and 2 Eyes. So probably just going to be a removal spell. All right, they just stack with the Flyers. Makes sense. And they draw land. Okay. So what am I going to do here? Am I going to just flip Jace right now and flashback a spell? Yeah, I think so. I think just killing this Cloudfin Raptor is pretty good. Yeah. That also means that they have to... Oh, sorry. I can't kill the Cloudfin Raptor. Okay, maybe I do just take the Cruise then. I take that back because I was just saying that the Rhinos aren't amazing here, and they're not, but they do block the Cyclopses if those start attacking, and that's really all I'm worried about, I think. So, yeah, let's just... A little bit of that. Okay, Rhino, and land. Sweet. Okay. I think we're pretty safe now. I do not think my opponent can kill me from this spot in 2 combats. Yep, just getting with the Flyers. All right, and Scatter too. So Jace makes this small, play a tap land, and do your worst, opponent. What you got? Like I said, I think they have 1 more non-land in their deck. We'll see what it is. It was an Archaeologist. Okay. Well, yeah, that was an interesting one. The Archway Angels, you know, kind of coming in to save the day there. We would not be alive in this game if it weren't for those. So, yeah, pretty nice one. All right, this is going to be our last game. So, let's make it a good one. Okay, so play Vision. Have the follower for turn 2. It's kind of a follower that's not going to many places. I say that as I draw a 6-drop, but it wasn't going to many places before. But drawing my 6 makes me feel a lot better about that. I might just trade this off, depending on what they have. Yeah, just play a Slide Runner. So, am I going to trade it off? I guess I could also just go Clear Shot this Slide Runner. Yeah, that seems decent. Like, I don't really want to block. So, let's just do that now. And if they play a Rabble Master... Well, shame on me, I suppose. Rimrock Knight. Okay, just straight up. Ooh. Hell yeah, that was a nice draw. So, yeah, play Rhino. Let them deal with that somehow. Prone Crusader. Okay, so if I block here and they have another Rimrock Knight, how sad am I about that? Like, not super sad, because then they trade, like, their Heroic Trigger #1 plus this. Yeah, that's fine. It's not like I'm gonna untap and have this go off, so might as well just cash it in. Coordinated assaults. Oh, wow. I was not playing around that one. I'll give him that. Yeah, that was really good. And we did Savage Punch, too, so punch for that. Yeah, so +1 first strike to 2 things. So they won the combat and got a 1/1. Yeah. All right. Well, Angel, come on down. Gain a bunch of life. Yeah, I didn't have this card in mind, but, you know, in hindsight, them playing the Crusader pre-combat's a bit of a tell to that, right? I don't think I've actually seen this card cast yet this format, so it just wasn't at the forefront of the cards I was thinking about, but, you know, probably should have been thinking about that card. Fight with fire. All right, stick in for 5. Gust of Wind. Okay. Gust of Wind is okay. Basically just kills a token. I'm not going to bounce this Rimrock Knight. Try Gatekeeper. That's nice. And we'll just keep ourselves nice and healthy and kill this Rimrock Knight. Akum Warrior. Big old 4/5. All right. Yeah, that's a threat. That is a real threat. That would have been good to Gust of Wind. And now we're drawing not too much action. Yep, in for 4. So what do we want to draw here? I guess a Rhino would be good. A Ram would be good. Boon Satyr. Angel's pretty good. Oh, crap. Did not play the Guild Gate. My bad. All right, so should be at an additional 2 life here. 22. If we lose the game by that is my bad. All right, so they're still attacking. As they should. All right, nothing. Draw land. Okay, so I think I'm actually just going to start attacking them back now, because otherwise I'm losing the race if I'm just attacking with the Angel. I'm not blocking this anyways. What is this? Like a Secure the Wastes? No? Just some instant that they have? Maybe a pump spell? I actually think I probably should have been attacking with these 2 a turn earlier even. Potentially. There's been a turn or 2 where these have just like not done anything. Not attacked, not blocked. Boros Reckoner. Alright. Hell of a card. Hell of a card. So this is 3/3. Basically, Spiteful Nemesis. But can gain first strike. And doesn't have the... You know, they can't gain life clause. Thankfully, we can untap our Angel, but again, it kind of feels like they've got a trick, so if we untap Angel, I mean, they can also just, you know, if we untap Angel, they get to just deal the 3 to the Angel. So am I supposed to block here? Yeah, unfortunately, probably. I'm dead in 2, so... Martial Glory. All right, so yeah, Reckoner stays alive. They get to kill the Angel. And I think we're out of outs at this point. I could draw another Angel? But this Reckoner is a really big problem. Like, we just don't have a good way to deal with this thing. I can, like, yeah, draw my Angel. Okay, then they're just like, yeah, dealing damage to their own Reckoner to kill me. All right, good game. I was going to say, I could, like, draw my Angel and then draw a bunch of threats, but unlikely. All right, so final record with this deck was 6-3. Pretty good. You know, I'm not complaining about that. It wasn't too fancy. Like, we're not this super-duper multicolor Gates deck. We are just base blue-green, splashing a little bit of white. And, yeah, fairly effective. I think we have all the pieces that you want for the Gate deck. You know, just roughly the outline. Good curve, good top end, some interaction. You know, that 8-ish Gates mark that I was talking about. We actually ended up with, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 gates, which, you know, is sometimes going to punish you. You saw a spot or two where just having too many tap lands was a little bit awkward. But yeah, anywhere in that, like, you know, 9, 8, 10 range, that's about where I'm looking for my gates. And I think we saw the Rhino do pretty good work too. Even a deck that isn't like optimized for it. We're not like an aggro deck with a bunch of ways to target it, just a few pump spells, but yeah, that was good enough. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you made it this far, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.